Hello and welcome, I'm your host James, and this is a very, very different sort of video. We're looking at the patch notes for the latest version of Kaiserreich. There are two reasons to this. Reason number one, the patch is awesome. Reason number two, the patch broke the Argentina save. Now, okay, so there's good news, there's bad news. Bad news, we're not going to be able to carry on with the Argentina save. The good news is, I did record one more video of the Argentina save, so that will be going up at some point soon. The other piece of good news that's completely unrelated to the patch notes, I have this awesome new microphone. The next piece of bad news, I recorded a video with my new Kaiserreich series, but didn't fiddle around with the sound settings enough. So, good news, bad news, swings roundabouts, oh well, we're fine. Let's look at the patch notes. So, first things first, it's called La Bella Antiliana. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please shout at me in the comments. Oh well. Translated, going out on a limb, the beauty of the Antilles, or the beautiful Antilles, something like that. Belle in most languages is a beauty, female in thingy. I believe the A makes it feminine. The beauty of the Antilles. It's the Caribbean update. It's given a lot of love to America. Fair bit of love to Cuba and the Dominican Republic and the West Indies Federation. All three of these focus trees are really, really awesome. In my latest series, I really wanted to play as Cuba, but beyond doing the Cuba and making Cuba awesome, there isn't really a great deal to do. You don't get really involved in very many conflicts and things. The West Indies Federation could have been fun. It's got a great focus tree, some really interesting stuff in there. You have to balance the politics between the French part of the Entente and the Canadian part, balance favour within your own country and your peoples, because some of your islands are French, some of them are British, or, well, ex-Anglo islands, some are Francophile islands. You've got to bring those together, and it's really fun and interesting, but you don't really get to do much other than maybe send like 3 divisions off to the war, tally-ho, chocks away and all that. Maybe some planes and a few boats, but it's not a great deal of fun. And the Dominican Republic, much like Cuba, really cool tree, but all you get to do is basically kill Haiti. Haiti? The one to the left. West, left, same thing, same place, same island. Hispaniola, to use its historical name anyway. The patch adds and changes the focus trees for the American states, which are really, really interesting. We're going to be playing America very shortly, but we'll be doing that. Also does a bit of a rework to Bulgaria. I haven't actually gone into the game and had a look at what it changes in Bulgaria, but I've noticed a ton of events firing around the Balkans in my latest playthroughs, and those look really fun indeed. And also in German East Asia. Bunch of decisions. Primarily, they look really, really fun when it comes to the Civil War. Things like raising militia units, the National Guard, stuff like that. It's all really, really cool. Some new portraits, everyone loves portraits. Some fighter models, everyone loves fighter models. Basically tons of flavour, tons of musical flavour, tons of miscellaneous flavour, tons of flavour, everyone's happy with flavour, and a bunch of bug fixes. This was the one thing that was missed, was that Haiti was never happening, never a thing, wasn't finished yet. Oh well, but it's fine. It's fine without it. This is something that's really cool, if I can find it. Where's the bit? Here it is. Localized versus anglicized map. You can choose to have the English and place names, or you can choose to have local place names which you can't pronounce unless you are from that part of the world or extremely gifted with linguistic talents. Of course, we'll always be playing with localized so that people can laugh at my inability to pronounce even the simplest word that is not in her Queen's English, but we will try nonetheless. You've always got to try. If you fail, try again, and then again, and then again, and then get told you did it wrong, and then apologise profusely for pronouncing someone's cultural heritage incorrectly, but oh well, we will try. As always, we will try. And that's mostly it for the patch notes. Some cool ship name lists, especially for Russia and the West Indies Federation, which looks quite fun. I think they're doing that in preparation for the ship name lists coming in Man the Guns. I noticed they did some changes to some of the other naval techs, so I think they may have been subtly on the sly, making things a bit easier to make it Man the Guns compatible as soon as possible after February 28th. That's not been an announced thing, that's me purely positing forth and making rumour, but oh well, we're happy with that. Some place names have changed, some bug fixes. Oh yeah, one other really cool thing. It now has a taskbar icon. It's a cute little eagle. We all love cute little eagles. Eagles are cool. Eagles are definitely cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This bug fix for Ireland and the immigration event is really quite helpful, actually, because it's the only way for them to get manpower. So having that fixed and not going awry is quite good. I wonder if they fixed the bug with Afghanistan, where sometimes if the war's won before the event fires, it gets a peace conference, and what quite often happens is one of the random countries in the Entente fighting with India decides to puppet Afghanistan, so you end up with French Afghanistan or such like. That would be under the Middle East, I guess. It's not there. Oh, well, indeed. Some name changes. The USCA is still awesome, and that's pretty much it. There was obviously another little hotfix just released fairly recently after this as well, which fixed a few other things, a broken focus, some minor USA bug fixes, and this overflowing next elections thing, which caused quite a bit of a lag. I have noticed that performance is quite a bit better in this latest update as well, which, you know, we're always happy with. So yeah, that's the changelog. Those are the changes. You've had the good news, you've had the bad news, you've had the sort of middle of the road news, sort of everyday news. I've been your host James. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at the changelog, and my most profuse apologies for our destruction of the Argentina save. But really, it wasn't my fault. Much. Promise. Honest. Really, really promise. Pinky promise and everything. So, thank you very much. I know there wasn't much to like in this video, so like it anyway. I know there wasn't much to subscribe to, but please do that anyway. And if you want to talk about the changelog or anything, just drop a comment down below. And, you know, talk about it. Have fun. There we go. Thank you, and I'll see you very shortly, where we'll be playing some Kaiserreich as the United States of America, and we will... I'm not going to use the same slogan again. We're not going with Make America Great Again, because, you know, I stole that for Argentina already. Maybe the Eagle rises? Maybe, you know, the American Union State, the Eagle rises? That could work. Anyway, see you soon, guys. Thank you, and have a good night.